Over a Baker-endorsed candidate by 80 votes in South Boston. I can help win elections. I can do whatever it takes to win elections. I want to win the Republican nominee as a Go Proud Republican. I really want this party to become big in Massachusetts because I am disgusted by the Democrats. I am disgusted by Barack Obama. I'm disgusted by Hillary Clinton. I really want Massachusetts Republicans to be known. I want them to be powerful. And this is the point in history to make that happen.
Morning, my name is Joe Mulligan. I'm the ward chairman of the GOP committee in my neighborhood of Brighton. I've worked on presidential campaigns just about every cycle I can imagine since I was a young kid. For Bush, most recently in McCain, the last couple of cycles. I went to New Hampshire for them, to Maine, South Carolina, and West Palm Beach. That was nice in November. So I get up and I go and I campaign and I work. And although I respect what Mr. Trump has done through this cycle, I think it's been a healthy catharsis in a lot of ways. I do share some concerns about his temperament and his impact on the party. And while I would be respectful to him and commit to him on the first vote, I would be amenable to looking for an alternative on the second vote. I'm a fan of Kasich, and I've been taking a hard look at the other candidates. Mr. Cruz, but to that extent, just so you know where I stand, I've built hundreds of millions of dollars worth of real estate in my life, and that does not mean that I could stand up and run for president, particularly with I think the perspective that the current candidate has brought to this campaign. So thank you very much. My name is Joe Mulligan. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Tom Leonard and I am running as a delegate on the anti-establishment liberty slate to represent the Constitution and liberty at the 2016 Republican National Convention. In 2012, I ran as a delegate from this congressional district as part of the Ronald Reagan Liberty Slate. Our entire slate was fortunate enough to be elected as the 7th Congressional District's representatives. Unfortunately, a couple weeks later, 17 elected delegates in Massachusetts received a certified letter from the Massachusetts GOP stating we would not be receiving our credentials and would not be delegates to the 2012 Republican National Convention in Tampa. Instead, the Massachusetts GOP collaborated with the Romney campaign to handpick unelected party insiders to go to Tampa. From this district, 2 first-time caucus participants, including myself and a young woman, as well as a Vietnam veteran, were unjustly removed by the Massachusetts GOP. These are the exact tactics that are destroying the Republican Party, disenfranchising voters. Now is time for change. I am a constitutionalist. I believe in small government. I believe in auditing the Fed, protecting internet freedom, and ending the wars. I have dedicated my career to serving the military community. For the past 5 years, I have worked as a health benefits advisor for TRICARE, which is part of the military health system. I advise active duty military families and military retirees on the benefits they have earned. Article 1, Section 8, Clause 11 of our Constitution states that only Congress has the ability to declare war. This clause has been completely disregarded. See, for example, how Obama just deployed 250 more soldiers to Syria without getting a vote from our congressional representatives. If you elect me as a delegate to the Republican National Convention, I promise you I will be an ardent defender of constitutional rights. Thank you for your time, and I would be grateful if you voted for me, Tom Leonard, to represent District 7 at the convention. Thank you.
Morning again. I'm still Peter Steinberg. I'm still a urologist at Beth Israel Deaconess in Boston. Running against a bunch of guys in ties, and it's pretty stiff competition, including an elected representative next to me. The closest I've been to the Army Rangers was my roommate's senior year of college was an Army Ranger. The closest I've been to Blackwaters, I have a Blackwater t-shirt. But at any rate, so I will vote for Trump on the first round. The Apprentice was a great show, but I did vote for Kasich in the primary, so second round I'll probably vote for Kasich. Peter Steinberg.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm a little deaf. Did you say urologist or neurologist?
That's a great question. I get it at work all the time. I'm a urologist. My expertise is in kidney stones.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good morning again. My name is still Richard Vian. I'm still an elected representative, just re-elected Super Tuesday. I'm here before you again to ask for your vote as a delegate to the Cleveland National Convention. It gives me a little more time to get to know each other. I was baptized at Trinity Church next door to the tower that my relative designed. I was educated at Harvard in the medical sciences and worked for the president of Sidney Farber, a Nobel laureate, Dr. Benacerraf, and we founded a company together named Immunogen. However, I've had popular success at the electoral level, which is my current occupation. As I mentioned in my prior presentation, Donald, through his development organization, has privately invited me to greet he and his staff when he came to Boston. So this is going back to 1985, and I'm committed to do my best to ensure his election as the greatest jobs president that God has created. Again, my name is Richard Vian, and I ask for your vote humbly.
Good morning again, this is Matthew Connolly. I am now running for a delegate on behalf of Donald Trump. I want to go to the convention. I believe there is a place for people in Massachusetts to represent Massachusetts and the Republican Party and our values. If I were to go, I would represent Donald Trump and I would vote for him. I support his commitment to veterans, absolutely, and it has been unwavering, and so I would cast that first ballot on behalf of Donald Trump. For a second ballot and beyond, I would do what is best for the people of Massachusetts and this Republican Party. Who shares our values, who is most likely to win in November. I think it is going to be an interesting convention, and I want people there who are going to represent us. So Matthew Connolly from Cambridge, thank you.
Hi, I'm still Tom Sullivan. I'm the guy with the tie that the doctor took a shot at. I am still committed to John Kasich. I would go to Cleveland and vote for, what's his name, on the first ballot, and then continue for the rest of the convention to vote for John Kasich. So that's where I stand. I'm not throwing any BS around. I don't think I have to talk about my personal background in the party, because I just said what was the important thing was that after the first ballot I would be committed to John Kasich for the rest of the convention. So hopefully you see it that way and throw me a vote. Thank you. Tom Sullivan.
I think we have one more candidate who hasn't spoken. There's an issue, and we can just wait a minute and see if it can be resolved quickly.